Days get close, more specifically 13 days before the release of the new Snow White movie. Hooray! I am getting more mad of it because it's getting closer, and when things are getting closer and it's something I do not like, I would simply ignore, but I wouldn't because the amount of ads and the amount of so much advertisements I'm getting about the new 2025 Snow White movie. You can't imagine how much I'm getting. So let's say I was scrolling on TikTok, and then I keep scrolling, and then I found an ad from the Disney's account of Snow White, the original movie, like Snow White. Well, not I'm kidding, not the movie, original movie Snow White. That would be a miracle. I would say the new 2025. Now, let's say I found this 5 times, and then when I somehow like turn off my phone, scroll away to a different app like say Instagram, I get more of these ads. That's a lot. They're really trying hard for me to watch this movie. It's like they're reaching for watch and trying to hypnotize me to watch this movie, make us money, and I try not to. There are so many ads about this, especially at Facebook. Facebook, out of all the apps where I was looking for something else, I was looking for, I don't want to tell you about my search history, but all I'm saying is I'm finding a Snow White ad. I didn't even follow about Disney, and there's still an ad about it. They're really trying hard. And don't get me started on Facebook when you're trying to literally, trying to hold my mouth and literally feed me this movie. And you know how desperate it is if they keep promoting this and sponsoring this. The amount of money, how much of their bank accounts are probably turned into dust trying to promote this and making sure people watch this. Now, before we start throwing tomatoes, rocks, spitballs, and hoisting mud, or putting this movie on the pikes, let's calm down first. There's some good things I wanted to talk about. So there's also some bad things I wanted to talk about. So let's start with the good things I wanted to talk about. Okay, now let's talk about the bad things I wanted to talk about. So much. Let's start with the actual cast. Let's start with the actual person, the main protagonist of our anime, Rachel Zegler. I'm still trying to learn her name. Is it Zegler, or whatever? Well, you all know Gal Gadot, which is another person who's really controversial right now. There's Andrew Burnap. I know Martin Kloba. I don't know all these names, guys. I'm sorry. And then you might be asking, dude, you didn't scroll to the other side. Who was playing the seven dwarves, right? There's gonna be some people who are playing the seven dwarves. Maybe people really short. Actually, not kids. There's no way kids are playing this. And to answer that, Mr. Viewers, no. Well, there are voices, but the whole thing is CGI. I am not lying to you because check it out. Yeah, they're all the 7Ds are CGI. Grumpy, lousy, skinny, whatever the name is. Now, for the reason why they use, CGI monsters or CGI AI robots, it's definitely not because of, because... Oh yeah, I forgot. It's definitely because they didn't want to use midgets. Yes, I said the word, I'm sorry, but it's the actual, the actual representative of the short people like that. In my place, we call them kurchachi, or it doesn't matter. They didn't want to cast them because Disney thought it was too offensive. We're so sensitive and whatever. It doesn't matter. It could have been a good point. It could have been a good role for the actual people who wanted to play the Snow White, because there would be a good representation. Because what about that guy in not the Lord of the Rings movie? Yes, that one guy in the Lord of the Rings movie, sorry. And that one guy from Game of Thrones. It could have been really great, but no, they didn't want to. Okay, fine. That's fine. You know it's not fine? Rachel Zegler, whatever. Now, I can't tell you the whole specific thing why I'm really mad at her, I'm not mad at her personally. I'm just mad at what she said. What did she said? Well, I'm gonna tell you. It just explains the whole thing and explains the entire movie, which is also another complaint instead of the characters. The plot, which is brought by her.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. For, I think, young people everywhere.
Whoa, spoiler alert, Rachel. You just spoiled the entire plot of the movie. Alright, that literally changes everything. They're taking away a love story out of a movie about a love story. Even though this whole thing was not supposed to be remade in the first place. Now this is the biggest problem that people have been not liking. They're literally changing a love story from into a woman who is super strong and rule kingdom forever. Haha. That's great. So what's the point of the prince there? What's the point of the other actors, the actor who's playing the prince, being there anyway? It could have just been a different story. It could have been like a different plot line or a different movie. You could have a movie about a princess who's like, she took away my rights or whatever. She's now ruling my kingdom at an iron fist, and my late father promised me to take back the kingdom, so I will. I'll raise an army of dwarves who are super smart in technical engineering or something. And that would have been a great movie if they would just change that. It would have been a whole different movie, and it would be original, which something Disney cannot make right now. But no, they have to take it from an original movie that is dear in heart to so many people that everybody loves, and then just change it into something that is stupid and dumb. Maybe not stupid and dumb, but it's just a whole 180. You're just basically ignoring the plot line of the original movie that was animated. And the whole, yes, everything is live action. I'll get to that later. There's also this is the whole weird thing you'll find in the TikTok or shorts about making fun of her. This the whole weird. This is where it's from, because he thinks the prince is dead. It's not 1973. Or there's something wrong with 1930 something. You have a problem with that date? Maybe not. Maybe you do. Doesn't matter, because it's just a great movie that everybody loves. That nothing needs to be changed. If there's nothing to be changed, say something like a good drawing, you don't need to change anything more. You're just gonna make it worse. Something original is something Disney cannot do. Maybe show her something. Show Disney executives or scriptwriters this. And the most annoying part about this is her. She, in this video, one of the interviews, she literally says that she does not like the original Snow White. She does not like the original Lord. And that is the most stupidest thing, because if you didn't even like the original Snow White, why did you take the role of being Snow White in the new version in the first place? Why did you take the role in the first place? Why did you take the script? Why did you begin the shoots and the whole scenes? Why did you want it to be here in the first place? Is it because you just wanted a change? If you wanted to change, if you made the change, and instead of the Disney employees and the script writers and the directors, if you made the change, that just makes you a narcissist for changing a script that people love, and just for your own imaginary something dream in your mind. In the original movie, the story is still literally about Snow White, and it's literally, no one is changing in anything. If she can't rule the kingdom, yeah, she can rule the kingdom with the prince, but you're just making this prince guy absolutely nothing. I think you could just take out the prince out of the story anyways. Man, take away the poison apple. Who needs the poison apple anyways? I was gonna root for the poison apple. You could just take it out the script. Another thing that people saying here is Gal Gadot looks way more attractive than Rachel Ziegler. I kind of find that her hair looks like Lord Farquaad. I can see that. Now there are so many things to be mad about this movie, which I will not discuss. Maybe this is some sort of short discussion of why I don't want to watch this movie and why you shouldn't. this will just make things worse for Disney. Maybe for the good or better or for not. I don't know, depending on them. Now, despite all the bad things I've said about the whole movie, like they're taking away the dwarves and making them into weird CGI, the different characters are being, making it weird. The whole plot line is changed. The main character, really just making this into her own fanfic. My whole thing that what really makes me I don't like this movie is why. Why make this movie live action? Why make it a live action? Because that's Disney what they've been doing right now. They literally are planning to make a live action Moana and Lilo and Stitch. There's already a lot of live actions. Most notable ones you probably know is the live action Will Smith Genie and the live action Aladdin, which the movie was pretty not really acceptable. The most not acceptable movie was probably the Mulan movie. My favorite was, well, I won't say favorite because it's pretty okay, I guess. It's the Beauty and the Beast, which is pretty okay. I'm just saying why, and why did they immediately do this? Why can't they just view the people and say, hey, let's make this, let's make this conspiracy, let's make a little chit chat about making a live action movie, and then the press shows that, hey, Disney is planning to make a live action movie of this original movie, and then the people react and say, oh, we don't like this, and then Disney is like, oh, we decided to cancel. But whoever's in top there, whoever's the priest or the pope leading the Disney, praying to the Mickey Mouse above the sky, decided to say no. We're just gonna do it anyways because they're pulling out the screw you, I can do whatever I want card. That's it. So my opinion is don't watch this movie. It's just giving what they want, money, because they can do whatever they want just to print more money. I'm guessing that is. If this movie goes great with their plot line, it surprises me or something, then I guess it's a great game changer, but I don't know how else are you going to solve your other live action movies. You could have just canceled it, but you already made the whole movie anyway, so I hope you surprise us or at least something. But anyways, that's it. I don't want to complain about this movie because I'm not going to watch it anyways. And you should too. You shouldn't watch this movie. You should go do something else. Touch grass. Find a new hobby or something. Don't complain about Disney being this and all that. So, yeah, don't even be Rachel Zegler, who's a narcissistic, who just really want this movie to be just about her stuff. Oh yeah, that's about it. I think I just made my third streak of this I made third streak of video of this week. Congratulations to me, I guess. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Alright, that's it. See ya.